Welsh rugby's new under-23 structure can be a breath of fresh air for the game in Wales, so reckons a former national captain who has coached in the Principality Premiership. Next season will see the introduction of the fresh regional setup below Wales's 4 fully professional outfits, while the Principality Premiership will be cut from 16 to 12 for the start of 2019-20. The WRU is also set to cut the funding to Premiership teams from £93,000 to £50,000 by 2022 as they believe the semi-professional layer of the game in Wales isn't effectively preparing players for regional rugby. It is hoped that the introduction of under-23 teams will bridge the gap between semi-pro and professional rugby more effectively following an extensive WRU review. Some are not convinced by the changes. Merthyr head coach Dale McIntosh has criticized them, arguing the revamped structure will fall flat on its face. Head coach of Merthyr Dale McIntosh, Image, Hugh Evans Agency, but that isn't the view of everyone, with ex-Neath boss Gareth Llewellyn feeling the under-23 league, especially, can prove a major success. "I think there's a lot to be positive about with this new competition," he said. "It should be a higher standard than the Premiership, and the rugby promises to be fast, vibrant and easy on the eye. It has the potential to be a breath of fresh air." "I was at Twickenham recently watching one of my sons, Max, play for Cardiff met against Hartpury College in the Buck Super Rugby final. It was a superb game with intensity, pace and skill. Both sides were committed to attacking rugby and the crowd loved it. I know it was university rugby, but the under-23 game won't be a million miles from it and there could be scope to develop some excellent players. I don't buy the idea that if you are not ready for the senior game at 20 you will never be ready. Development is an ongoing process and it will do young players no harm to be exposed to an environment whose sole purpose is to make them better at their jobs. By contrast, a huge focus for the club scene is the weekly grind of picking up points. Maybe separating the two elements will be good for all." Max Llewellyn in Wales under-20s colours. Llewellyn parted company with Neath during a difficult campaign blighted by injuries. Among those cropped were several youngsters farmed out by the Ospreys, including centre Kieran Williams. "The under-23s league could be ideal for someone like Kieran," said Llewellyn. "He has huge promise and the potential to be a very good player, but he needs to be on the park and playing regularly at the right level. The regions will judge who plays where and the new league will give them opportunities to make their assessments more accurately than ever." At the Ospreys, there are at least 3 quality scrum halves coming through, including Reuben Morgan-Williams, who was attached to Neath last term. The Ospreys also have Aled Davies and Tom Haberfield. They can't all play and you don't want them sitting on the bench, so the new competition could really do the job there. Ex-Neath coach Gareth Llewellyn, the 92 cap Llewellyn, is still mulling over his future after his abrupt departure from Neath. "I have no immediate plans," he said. "It was a challenging campaign at Neath, but our injury problems were well documented and it became hard at certain points to even get a side on the field. I still feel I have plenty to offer. I have been in the game a long time and worked with some quality people, including Steve Hansen, and it would be nice to put the experience I have to good use. There have been a couple of offers since it ended at Neath, but I'm not rushing anything and want to make sure if I do go back it's in the right job. My faith in my own ability is still there. I enjoy the challenge of trying to improve players and teams. If the circumstances are right, it would be great to have another go. We'll see what happens."